for joining me for another video, and happy National Scrapbooking Day. Of course, I had to put a video on for today to celebrate with everyone. I didn't get a chance to participate in any challenges like I would like to. Today was pretty much family day. I did this earlier in the morning, while everybody wasn't as busy and we weren't spending time together. So I just found a little time to finish up week 15 of my project life, and I wanted to post it for you guys to help, to celebrate National Scrapbook Day. So anyway, here I am working on my title card. I had already started on it, basically keeping up with the theme, having a wood veneer. Uh, a wood veneer of how I was feeling this week. I was grateful. It was a pretty boring week, but still, it's a week where you're just grateful that you're still able to do the things that you love and spend it with people that you love, right? So anyway, the first photo there, this is also a week where I went a little crazy with the Instagram filters. I'm also incorporating the backside of my Collect app now. And if you guys want to know how to use that, just leave a comment below, and I'll do a video to show you guys how I put that together. Basically, it's just a overview of all my Collect cards that I have for that particular week. I'm still working with Pink Fresh, a case of the Blas, and I'm also still working with my April hip kit, as well as elements or embellishments, I should say, from my wild hair collection. Here I'm just doing a quick embellishment card is what I call them, or a placeholder card. And basically it says I'm tired and I'm ready to go home. I also have some hearts beside it because it was my favorite. Chipboard piece, actually, and I couldn't wait to use that. And so here I'm just going to do some little layering, as well as with a chipboard frame. I love to use these frames and incorporate them into my layout as well. Also, for this for the Case of Blas collection, I'm using the ephemera, as well as the puffy stickers, as well as the chipboard frames and pieces as well. Here I'm just going to lay everything out and put inside of my pocket holder to see how it looks. I stepped away and then came back, and I didn't know that the camera had stopped filming, but I do have another placeholder card there, and it says, "When life gives you lemons, rise and shine every day." So regardless if you go through some things, I just like to keep moving forward and go on with it. So that card was pretty. I like to use that one. You'll see that no shame. I decided I didn't want to use that one. I have a lot of head selfies in my last couple of months, so I really didn't want to use it. So I'm gonna take that out, and I'm just gonna put my summary card into the layout instead. And that's all I was stating before when this is what I've started to use, is the backside of the Collect app. So I'm just gonna cut it down. For some reason, I get my photos now printed at Walgreens, and the sizing is a little bit different than what it used to be. So I'd still have to, cut it down, but I try to keep it measured as much as possible, because I don't want to cut too much of my card and then have it look unproportioned inside of my pockets. So I have to make sure that I, really watch what I'm measuring to stick them into the pockets, because I didn't want to lose too much of the photo, because there is a lot of white space. And to cover up that white space, you guys will see in a moment that I'm going to actually use the clear phrase stickers from Jelly Bean Soup that I received in my wild hair collection. And when I use these, it actually covers up some of the space, and it just gives you just a phrase of what was going on in the summary. So here I'm just going to make another embellishment placement card to go along with the birthday that we celebrated during this week. And it's just going to have these little, it's just a little ephemera piece from the blogs collection. And then I'm gonna add some of those clear stickers from the jelly bean soup phrases, clear phrases that I received from my wild hair collection. And then once I do that, I'm actually gonna like add a couple of party phrases on here. And then I'm gonna add some clear, I'm gonna use these same clear stickers and add it to my collect apps summary, or my weekly summaries, I should say, the 3x4 cards with my weekly Sunday. So that's the third embellishment placement card. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start on the summary. I'm calling these the summary card because it's pretty much just a recap of everything that's going on each of the photos. So I'm going to add clear stickers to these as well. And then once I add the clear stickers to these, I'm going to do the same thing to the bottom half, the bottom card here, which is the second part. So that was the first week. This week I did have multiple, when I said this month, April, I had so many pictures that even on some days I had like 3 and 4 pictures. So I'm having to go on the back side of this. Here I am trying to stay within the frame. You guys can see I have a couple of pieces of washi tape trying to keep me in the frame so that I don't lose any of the layout for you guys in the video. And if you guys hear anything in the background, my family is watching a movie really quick while I finish up my recording and get this posted for you guys. So anyway, I'm just quickly adding a couple of little phrases onto the page, and then I'm going to stick it into the pockets. And then I'm going to start on, I actually did another week 15 for this side. So a 3x4 placement card as well to connect the week, because it was such a long week. And for some reason, the way that I have my album set up is all front and back. I didn't set up the page where they were actually facing one another. And I should have did that in the beginning, but I didn't. So anyway, they're front and back. So I always have to flip over to find the next part of the week, which will be still a part of 15. I'm going to go ahead and get out my date stamp and put the rest of the week on here, which was from the 13th all the way to, gosh, I put on here the 15th, but it's actually just the 14th, because the 15th actually started a new week for me, and I don't have any pictures with the 15th on there, so I should have paid attention to that, but it's okay. So the 14th was the last day for week 15. Here I got one of those ephemera pieces. It says, is it Friday yet? And I'm going to put it next to the 13th, which I think that was a Friday the 13th. So I was like, is it Friday yet? It was hair washing day for me. I'm actually going to stick one of those leaves behind there to put some green into that card. And then also to bring in the ties of the wood veneer, I'm also going to put one of those wood veneer little bugs on there. I think those are lightning bugs. Oh no, it flipped off. It might be, I'm going to put a little more adhesive on there. And again, sorry for the shaky. I think this tripod was a good idea, but it's a bad idea. I think to record, I might put a different table beside me or something and take it off the table that I'm working with. Because I love the fact that it's directly above me, but I just hate the shaky. And so I will keep that in mind in my next video, to take it off of the table that I'm actually working on and put it on another table, possibly beside me, so that it can still capture what I need it to. But anyway, yeah. So I'm just taking that card that I was just stamping on, and I'm also going to make that into one of my placement cards. I'm just laying the rest of my cards down, and we're still missing one in the corner there, and so I'm gonna make sure I find something to put on that. I'm adding some more phrase stickers to the second summary page, and for these summaries, because I am printing 3x4, I can only fit 3 of them on each page. I'm gonna add one of those ephemera there next to my daughter to fill in some empty space. And then I'm switching up the cards because it had the 13th on that one. So I'm just gonna switch it back and put it in there correctly with the dates. And I'm just slipping the summary card in there. I couldn't decide where I wanted it to go. So again, it's not the right size, but I'm forcing it anyway. That's kind of what I do because I don't want to cut too much off. And then I'm going to work on one of the placement cards again. This particular layout is going to have 3 placement cards as well. I try to put them in a visual type of triangle or at least arrow. Still here, I did that a lot with my scrapbook pages, so I try to do that as well with my project life. Try to keep that same. If I have a picture, I try to keep a picture there, or I try to keep a placement card to keep the same thing. I thought I wanted to use this weekend recap, but the coloring was not the color was not what I wanted it to be. So I'm going to actually move that card. I'm not going to use it because it doesn't go with the colors and the things that were going on in each of the photos, my color scheme. So I'm going to end up moving it, and there it is. I showed you guys my triangle there, my visual triangle of 3. And then I showed it again, sorry. Because sometimes, even though I'm listening to music when I'm doing my videos, I still do things with my hands as if I'm talking on the video instead of doing a voiceover. So here I'm going to add another clear phrase to the top of this card, and then I'm going to move the letters around, and it has on there real life. I'm actually going to move the real life into the middle section of this layout. And once I have it there in the middle section, I'm just going to move the cards around and fix it. And then I'm going to have one more embellishment placement card. And then that's going to complete the layout for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And happy National Scrapbook Day. I really hope you guys are being creative and having fun. Bye. Thanks for watching.